David.
Yes.
You recognize my voice? Recognize my voice? Hello?
Yes.
You recognize my voice?
Yes, Bob.
Well, I'm sitting here in Marin County with Bob Carr.
Well, isn't that a thrill?
The thrill? The thrill is gone, baby. How you doing, David?
Well, pretty fair. I've had a little setback or two, but mostly moving right on through.
Oh, that's good.
Can
How
you?
are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm here for a month to do some visa things and promoting a video that I took part in. So I'm still living in India, still alive, still kicking.
You spent most of your time there. I mean, you've been over there all the time since we talked last time?
Yeah, I've been there. Recently I went to Dubai, and then I went to Switzerland and France and Germany, and then I went back. I've been to Cambodia and also to Myanmar, which is Burma. And
Yes, I know. They opened that up enough to go.
somewhat. It's a very beautiful place. It's very, very nice. Countryside's lovely.
Yes, that's what I hear. Now, you're in Marin County now. What part? I remember you lived there before.
Corte Madera and Terra Linda. I'm in.
Similar to where you were, right?
Yeah, same place. I'm visiting Andy Nettemeyer and his wife Elaine, who are old friends from Seattle. They used to.
Yeah, I met David.
Yeah.
I think I remember the name.
Yeah.
Andy's a tall guy. Used to have black hair. Now it's gray.
Hi, David. Long time no see.
Marvelous that things work out that way, that we go from black to gray.
So that's good. So everything is moving along, huh?
Yes, I think I'm doing pretty good. I've got a caregiver that comes in and takes care of the minimal stuff, and
What about the RNA drops, Dave? Are you up on them? You got the drops?
yes, I'm okay on that. I think before long I'll probably may need some more capsules and some of the
Renew? You got the Renew?
yeah, I have the Renew. Yeah, it's getting lower, but I think I've got a bottle that I am just getting ready to open up the drops. I take about 7 a day.
Do you do Realign? Did you get that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I may be using that on. I've got something that's happening with my hair that's happened for quite a while, and it's sort of like the hair wants to ingrow, and I've been taking some stuff for quite a while, and I was just thinking a day or two ago that I'm going to have another look at that through a dermatologist. I mean, they've taken care of me through the VA, and they're giving me some stuff for it, but I want it to be looked at again. So, I mean, what it is, it's like a slight rash occurs, and it's only happening on the left side, and now it's happening over more of the hair. So I may try that liquid on my hair.
Well, you know, hey Dave, people have reported from their RNA drops that their hair starts growing back. And that could be a skin kind of thing happening. Not necessarily bad. Could be hair growing.
I take Rogaine pills. You know what they are.
Yeah.
Finasteride. I've been taking them for years, actually, because
Yeah. What number?
Yeah, anyway, I had it up to 42.
Oh.
But at the VA, they had this Indian doctor who says, "Oh, that's just your a side issue of your ankylosing spondylitis, and that it's just bursitis." And so after they given me a whole series of biopsies, and you know how they do that,
Yeah.
it turns out that was futile, and they never gave it to me again.
Yeah.
But I've consequently, I took the finasteride, and along with it, there's another product that was supposedly for improving my bladder. Well, the two of them together shrank the prostate down, and the PSA came down to normal. Okay, so I'm considering that possibly that the effect of the finasteride might be something that has to be checked, because it's supposed to make hair grow. You know.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm essentially bald, but I've got a lot of fuzz up there that got a little bit larger. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. My beard grows so fast. I just shaved it off the first of the year, and it was about 8 or 10 inches long for about a year. I don't like to shave anymore. I haven't shaved for about 10 or 12 years, so about every 2 or 3 months I get my beard clipped off.
Well, tell Bob, what's the feelings or whatever from the RNA drops?
Well, I don't really know for sure, because I've been taking the D cell and the S cell for so many years.
Yeah.
You know, that if there's some effect from that, I've been having it all along anyway.
Right.
But so at one point I thought, I don't know whether this is a waste or not, but I decided to just go ahead and take them. So I just go ahead and take them.
What about the nerves? The nerve effect?
Pardon?
What about the effect on your nerves you were talking about? You felt it in your nervous endings, your nerves.
Oh, that, yeah, I think that's true, and I've heard quite a few other commentaries over coast to coast and some other things.
Yeah.
So I believe that's probably true.
Mm.
That, what do they call those things that starts with a T?
Oh, you mean the part of the brain? The
No, the nerve.
the telomeres?
Yes.
Telomeres.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because when I looked at when right from the beginning, when I looked into it in the inner plane bit,
Yeah.
that's what I saw.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Some people think it's.
very often, as far as looking into the inner plane, or maybe I don't stop.
Yeah.
I gotta live there.
Yeah, the telomeres, people like to translate the RNA drop effect into telomeres because that's been a meme around for a while, the telomeres and aging. Now, have you talked to Paul Seibel lately?
He calls me every once in a while.
Did he mention that he got an email from Carolyn?
Yeah, he mentioned, you mentioned it, and then he mentioned it, he looked it up, but he doesn't,
No, he got an email. He made
doesn't
it.
like to even think about you and your many names.
That's right. He
And
came.
as far as Carolyn's concerned, he considers that she's got some integrity, but he doesn't think you have.
Right. Yeah, because we asked him, or he made a remark about our stuff is fraudulent, and so Carol emailed him and sort of chided him.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
Right, I don't know what it was, but
He didn't say your stuff. He challenged you, not her.
well, whatever it was, she responded. Here's the point, and she chided him back, and then he didn't respond, and I'm wondering why he didn't respond to her.
Because he doesn't think she responded. He thinks it was you.
Oh no! Well, you tell him it was her. That's the point. Or I'll tell him, but he wouldn't believe me. But you tell him that. I mean, I thought that he should. If I tell him, then he won't believe me. But you tell him it was Carolyn because she was concerned that he didn't respond.
Who cares?
Well, maybe nobody cares, but we cared a
I
bit.
certainly don't. I don't think he does. I don't think any of us do. In other words, you were a wonderful guy up to a point.
No, we're not talking about me, Carolyn. We're not talking about me.
The
We're
moment you got involved with Ion, something changed and you became an Ain Rand.
hey, what?
And ever since that, everything's down the tube relating to Ayn Rand and the Creed and all
No, there's no Ayn Rand. That's crazy. Now listen. No, it's Carolyn. Tell him it's Carolyn that's not involved. Me. It's Carolyn is concerned that he didn't respond. She thought that was rude. Get that through to him. It's nothing to do with me.
So you're collecting a lot of
No.
reviews?
What?
Stories of
I said no.
West Coast mostly?
You won't tell him?
Yeah, well, yeah, no, I'm only on the West Coast.
Well, I'll get Carolyn to retell. I'll tell Carolyn.
Yeah, not really sure what I'm
Why do you
putting
care?
together, but I'm putting together something.
Well, Carolyn cares.
Yeah, just because
Of course
there's a
she
lot
does.
going on in West Coast. It's really
Yeah.
But I think it's like that time that she was talking to Lawrence Cook and said, "What am I doing? Raising a Playboy?" This is back about 20 years ago.
Right.
And from that point, I think the comment that we had at one time is that she found you charming and
Where's that? Okay, yeah,
a lot of
Wait, is he the doctor?
and you had
What was the
this
guy you mentioned before?
memory giving. By the way, I did hear something
Alright.
to the effect that people who have the memory that you have cannot go
Before people had not done see a lot. Before people had this,
what do
he's
you
way
call
ahead
it?
of his time.
You
Audio
got
recording, we had
projected
this
into theater plane.
You can't project.
Blocked.
Yeah. Right.
There's
There's
Who has a
a
lot
lot
of
of people
things.
who have
But
identity
he's very
memory.
natural.
Right.
But anyway, so that the Lion trip was
Eight, so 7 or
an error.
something like that.
And the error that I looked at as dearly as I can was your motivation for wanting to ask the most questions in history of a channel.
Right.
In other words, you want to set a record of being the person who asked the question. This is what you told me yourself after you've been doing it for about a year. You acted like you just started it, and then I found out later that it's been going on for a year, and you hadn't said anything about it. So I didn't care. I didn't know about it, and I didn't care. And the phenomena as it would seem to be okay, but when I got thrown across the room, I knew that was something. It happened that I was working on something extremely
I
high,
think you saw me in Census
and I recovered, and within 2 hours on that high level, it went through, and the whole shebang has been working out. I don't know whether I should tell maybe I'll tell Bob Carr a little phenomenon.
Hey, Bob Carr. Dave wants to mention something. So Bob's back. He was over talking to a friend. Go ahead, Dave.
Bob?
Just sit there.
Yeah.
I want to tell you something that back in 2008, 2008.
They're very like to meet people in video projects and things like that.
I wonder.
I had voted
Pardon?
in the primary for Hillary.
I wonder.
And
Because he.
on September the 10th, the assessor mailed me a letter that I received on the 14th, September the 14th at 5 p.m. This is the marker date time. September the 14th, 2008 at 5 p.m. Pacific time. And they told me that my vote would not count. And because there had been shenanigans about the vote around the country, and some of them were claiming that Obama was doing some of it, and I didn't know anything about it for sure. But I voted for Hillary. And so I thought, this is the limit. I'm not going to stand for it. That I had this extraordinary power given to me that I could never use for myself, but I could use with other people, but I could never use it for myself except for survival. So I figured my vote was survival. So I performed, I said, I'll show you my vote counts. And so what I did was do a banishing ritual incorporating the ritual of the Golden Dawn, the alchemy circle ritual, that's a correlation to it, and the kahuna blessing that awareness had shown. And I did this banishing ritual, and here's the words. Banishing all forces in movement, those in neon letters. All forces in movement that have anything to do with violating any votes. Now, I was going to say vote, but because at the outstart to perform this ritual, I went into the inner plane to the 144, and instead of that which usually do my readings, the 144 was the lens by which the messages came. And in this case, it became the 143 and me. They pulled me in to perform this ritual. It's only happened about half a dozen times, if that much, in my life. And as a side issue, I wanted to mention that all these interviews that Bob had set up and I'd done on radio and these other things, and this information come through. Okay, all of that was simultaneously included in this, but I didn't realize it how deeply until later.
Yeah, unless they write it down.
Okay, the thing, and in it I did include something that only a handful of people even know this other factor, is I tied it to a circadian rhythm.
Circadian rhythm.
Of 37 hours, which is a very strange one.
37 hours.
That a guy who did these studies showed me long ago. I remembered all kinds of circadian rhythms, but I remembered that particular one he pointed out was a rare one and was not much known about it. It's every 37 hours. Anyway, so 37 hours later, to the minute, what's the name of that? Firm that crashed. What was the first of those stock firms that crashed?
The stock things, yes. The Lehman,
Some brothers,
the Lehman, yeah.
the Lehman Brothers crashed to the minute. Paul had told me about his banks and his credit cards being I called him, told him. I said, at 37 hours for this last 37 hours, you call them and see what happens. He did, and they reversed everything so that it was back to normal for him, but not anybody else. Okay, 37 hours after that, the AIE. What is the
AIG. AIG.
The insurance, big insurance conglomerate.
AIG.
Yeah. And every 37 hours since then, up till today, every 37 hours, something happens all around it.
AIG, right. Every 37 hours. So Bob got the pattern.
All elections and everything else. All right. Here's the key. At that point, every 37 hours, when this force comes through, if you are doing right, your work is sustained. If you're not, it
Right.
And so, the thing is, I was, tempted to communicate with somebody at the high level to tell them that, give them the clue. And I thought, no, if they do right, it'll work for them.
Right.
If they don't, it won't. And that is the way it has been.
Yeah. So the Bob had to go talk to some his friend here for a minute. So I'll tell him this last sentence. He just barely heard it.
What?
The 37-hour cycle, Bob, has happened.
You mean he didn't hear all that?
He heard 99% of it.
If you feel like it.
He heard 99% of it.
No, it's all right. It's all right. I don't care. If you recorded it, you can check it out. If you didn't,
Yeah.
I don't give a damn. I was telling you what happened and and what is happening. So anyway, that time I was thrown across the room.
Yeah.
If you figure the timing in,
It was about August 2011. I know when it was.
that there was that agreement that set up the thing that we're going through now that just took effect.
You mean the Pope?
What do you call it?
The Pope? The Pope? What's happening right now?
Well, they can't. Oh my words. Let's see. They've taken all of the taxes and everything else and put them in suspense for a lot. In other words, it's taking most of the defense money and most of the a hell of a lot of the money
You're right.
is being blocked.
Yes. Yeah, I agree.
All right, there it is. Right to the 37 hours was when you and Ion had done something that tipped my platter enough so that something could throw me across the room.
You think it's related to me and Ion?
Absolutely.
Well, I'll tell you this is that Ion just made a broadcast just recently, and we don't do Ion as much publicly because we're doing too much privately. But what?
I think you're a liar.
No. So here's what Ion said. He singled out you.
You're a liar. I think there's no action Ion at all now.
Hey, come here. You tell Dave what Ion said about Dave today. You heard it today. You tell him.
Verbatim?
No, just approximately. Just tell him.
Yeah, he said hello.
And he gave special commendation to Dave.
Yeah, special commendation, definitely.
He singled you out. This is about 2 months ago.
Only him, right?
Only Dave. You were the only guy he mentioned.
I think you got a song and a dance.
No, he doesn't believe. He thinks I'm making this up. You tell.
Yeah. He said Dave and everyone else who's cosmically aware is what he said, if I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he singled out you and gave you kudos, and I'm not making this up. My friend here just heard the recording.
I heard it today.
Well, I know he said that long enough ago, and
Yes, yeah.
I understand that. But I think something changed between you and Ion, for sure. But even, I think the motive is the means is the end, and you cleared the motivation by the desire to have the significance of being the one to ask those questions of somebody in the channel. You don't realize how effective that kind of a motivation can clear a situation on the high level. You can't carry them into that level, and anything that you think has happened in the meantime is colored by it or limited by it.
Well, I did not have that motive. It just turned out I had access to Ion for many years and still do.
You told me from the get-go.
No, I was told by Ion, I didn't even know about it, that I had surpassed the Secretary of Edgar Casey. I did not intend that, and then I went way beyond that. I've done over...
Tell me that you intended it before it happened.
No, well, you misinterpreted me. I didn't intend it. I didn't intend it. I was told that I had passed it, and I said, well, that's interesting, and I just kept going. And many other people have had many sessions with Ion. We're probably the most recorded contact with non-physical that's ever been broadcast in public. And now it's streaming 24/7 on a website. You can hear 1,000 hours of Ion constantly, and people all over the world love it. And everything that I did on the radio, the 1,000 hours, is available streaming 24/7, 365 days a year. I certainly didn't know that was going to happen 2 years ago. It's this other woman went and did it. I didn't do anything. This other woman organized all the recordings. So it's quite prominent. Nobody else has an actual force of non-physical speaking 24/7 in that many hours. So that's pretty interesting. Yeah, ask Paul Seibel to tune into it, or ask anybody who's got a computer. I'll help them to come over to your place, and you can listen to it. You can listen to it.
There's an awful lot of people tuning out.
No. We're spreading all over the world, especially the RNA drops. I'm on this trip to spend money so we can have less taxes. We're making so much money this year. So I went on this trip. I'm staying in expensive hotels and traveling around and meeting people. Well, I don't like doing it. I want to be back in Maui, but I'll be back in Maui next week, and I'll stay there. I like Maui. It's the best place. The best place.
I don't care. I know I think you were a fine man up to a point, and so then at a certain point, it's all in suspense as far as I'm concerned. I love you. I love Carolyn. I think Carolyn puts up with you because she decides to. I think she's been putting up with you for years, and whether you know it or not.
No, I put up with Carolyn. If she loves me, I put up with her.
Well, at any rate, that's the point.
What's the point?
Yeah.
No point other than it's working. Works for a lot of people.
It's been a good ride.
If you say so.
Oh, it does. It's actually, we're doing incredible things, and it's spreading rapidly. And what we now have is Olympic athletes on the RNA drops, and they run 12 miles and they're not winded. Now, this is a good sign. The drops are not only for just making your health better. Once you're healthy, it then puts you into new levels of experience. That's the really amazing part. So that you got these athletes who are healthy, and they find they can't get winded when they're taking the RNA drops, and they run great distances.
You can talk to yourself.
I don't talk about it. This is told to us. This is told to me. We have people getting people who take the calls and respond to the customers, and it's quite exciting. It's a lot of fun. It doesn't make me feel.
Anyway, I've got to go to the bathroom, and I think that's more important than this bullshit.
Okay, so Robert Carr is saying goodnight.
Okay, David. Talk to you some other time. Take care. Okay, love. Take care. Bye-bye. Okay. Take care.
Good night. Au revoir.
I didn't get to talk to him.
Oh, sorry.
Do you know him? You know,
No.
Dave was not in the mood to talk in a way. So
He wasn't.